You got a message. Someone needs a favor. A big one. Your stomach drops. You don't have time. You don't want to do it. Every part of you is screaming, no. You type, of course, happy to help. Welcome to the people pleaser. The mental state that says yes when you mean no, automatically, instantly, and at your own expense. Right now, it's running your life. Here's what most people get wrong about the people pleaser. It's not a personality trait. It's not kindness. It's not generosity. It's a survival strategy. At some point, your brain learned something. Keeping others happy keeps you safe. Maybe you grew up in an environment where conflict was dangerous. Maybe approval felt conditional. Maybe saying no had consequences. So your brain adapted. It developed a program. Scan for what others need, provide it, avoid conflict at all costs. The people pleaser was born. And it worked, back then. But here's the problem. You're not in that environment anymore. And the people pleaser didn't get the update. You've heard of fight, flight, and freeze as stress responses. But there's a fourth one that nobody talks about. Fawn. The fawn response is what the people pleaser runs on. When faced with a potential threat, and remember, your brain can treat social disapproval like a physical threat. You don't fight it. You don't flee it. You don't freeze. You appease it. You become agreeable, accommodating, eager to please. You make yourself smaller so the threat doesn't activate. This is the fawn response. And for people pleasers, it's the default setting for almost every interaction. Someone seems annoyed? Fawn. Someone needs something? Fawn. Potential conflict on the horizon? Fawn, fawn, fawn. Your nervous system is doing this automatically. Before you even consciously process what's happening, the people pleaser has already said yes. Here's what happens in your brain when you try to say no. Your amygdala, remember the alarm system, treats social rejection like physical danger. This isn't metaphorical. Brain scans show that social pain activates the same regions as physical pain. So when you're about to say no, your brain runs a quick simulation. What happens if I disappoint them? They might be angry. They might not like me. They might leave. And then it concludes, this is dangerous. So it stops you. It generates the feeling we call guilt. Not because you've done something wrong, but because your nervous system is trying to protect you from perceived rejection. The guilt is a false alarm, but it feels completely real. So you say yes. The alarm stops. Immediate relief. But then comes the resentment. Here's the dirty secret about the people pleaser. It builds a debt ledger. Every yes you didn't mean gets recorded. Every time you helped when you were exhausted, agreed when you disagreed, smiled when you wanted to scream, it goes on the list. You don't say anything. You're a people pleaser. Saying something would cause conflict, but the resentment builds quietly until one day something small happens. Someone asks one small thing and you explode. Or you don't explode, you just withdraw. Slowly stop responding, pull away, ghost people you once cared about, not because you stopped caring, but because the people pleaser burned you out from the inside. And here's the brutal paradox. People pleasers often attract exactly the wrong people. Because when you never say no, you become incredibly convenient. And some people, consciously or not, will take advantage of that. You give and give, they take and take. And because the people pleaser can't raise concerns without guilt stopping it, the dynamic never gets addressed. Meanwhile, the people who would actually be good for you, they sense something's off. They can't find the real you underneath all the accommodation. Because the people pleaser never lets the real you show up. Saying yes to everything means saying no to yourself. Every single time. So who is the real you under the people pleaser? Here's the thing. People pleasers are often incredibly empathetic, sensitive, and caring. These aren't flaws, they're strengths. But they've been hijacked by a survival strategy that's running in the wrong context. The goal isn't to stop caring about others. It's to stop prioritizing others at the expense of yourself. Because you can't pour from an empty cup. And the people pleaser has been pouring until there's nothing left. Okay, how do you work with the people pleaser? Strategy 1. The pause script. The people pleaser's yes is automatic. You need to interrupt the automation. When someone asks something of you, don't answer immediately. Say, "Let me check and get back to you." That's it. No explanation needed. This one sentence breaks the reflex. It gives your real answer time to surface. And it gives you time to ask yourself, do I actually want to do this? Or is the people pleaser answering for me? Strategy 2. Practice the uncomfortable no. Start small. Say no to something low stakes. Do you want ketchup? No thanks. Can you look at this really quick? I can't right now. Your brain will generate guilt. Let it. Feel it fully. Notice that nothing catastrophic happens. Every small no is exposure therapy. You're teaching your amygdala. Declining is safe. Disappointing someone doesn't destroy the relationship. And even if it does, that relationship needed to go. Strategy 3. Find your core yes. The people pleaser says yes to everything, which means you have no idea what you actually want. Start asking yourself, what do I actually want here? Not what will make this person happy. Not what will avoid conflict. What do I want? The answer might surprise you. The real you has preferences, boundaries, desires. The people pleaser just buried them under an avalanche of accommodation. Dig them out, slowly, one honest answer at a time. The people pleaser isn't evil. It kept you safe when safety was uncertain. But you're not in that place anymore. It's time to update the program. Because here's the truth. The people who matter, they can handle your no. They won't leave because you declined a favour. They won't stop caring because you expressed a preference. And the ones who can't handle it? Well, now you know something important about them. Your yes is only valuable if your no is real. So, what's something you said yes to recently when every part of you wanted to say no? Drop it below. No judgment. The people pleaser is one of the most common programs running on everyone's Localhost. Let's normalize saying, I can't, but thank you for asking. Next week, Localhost, the doom scroller. When you know scrolling is making you feel worse and you can't stop anyway. We're examining why your brain keeps reaching for the feed and how to actually put it down. Subscribe if you want to meet more of your mental states. New episode every week. See you next time. And hey, no is a complete sentence. You're allowed to use it.